Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are diving into a fiery political clash that's causing a stir across South Africa, and even making waves internationally. Patriotic Alliance Deputy President Kenny Kunene has launched a blistering attack on EFF leader Julius Malema, calling him a small boy, a toy soldier, and a very harmless pest. These remarks have sparked major debate online and reignited tensions between rival political factions, but what makes this situation even more explosive is that it all stems from a controversial statement by none other than former US President Donald Trump. Let's unpack this bombshell story. It all started when Donald Trump posted on his Truth Social platform, raising concerns about the upcoming G20 summit scheduled to take place in South Africa this November. In his post, Trump questioned whether he or other global leaders should even attend the summit, citing what he described as genocide against white people and illegal land grabs in the country. These claims are not new. Trump has made similar allegations in the past, but this time, his remarks landed like a grenade, triggering reactions from across the South African political spectrum. Instead of addressing Trump's accusations directly, Kunene took a different route. In a tweet directed at Trump via Platform X, formerly known as Twitter, Kunene said, "Mr. President, at real Donald Trump, Julius Malema is not government in South Africa. He is a small boy, a toy soldier, and a very, very harmless pest. All that talk is him being a loudmouth. So don't be misled by an irritating political mosquito. Come to G20 here in SA to see for yourself, you will be fine." This post immediately went viral. Some people applauded Kunene for defending South Africa and attempting to protect the country's global image ahead of the G20. Others, however, accused him of completely dodging the very real and sensitive issues Trump brought up, namely, land reform, farm murders, and racial tensions. Now, let's talk about Julius Malema's position in all of this. Malema, as many of you already know, is a polarizing figure in South African politics. The leader of the economic freedom fighters has built his brand on radical economic transformation, land expropriation without compensation, and unfiltered criticism of both Western powers and domestic elites. His rhetoric has often drawn international attention, not always favorable, and his statements on land reform and white minority capital have been particularly controversial abroad. While Malema hasn't yet directly responded to Kunene's comments, we all know he's never one to let a public insult slide. Given their long-standing rivalry, many are expecting a fiery comeback. The political tension between the Patriotic Alliance and the EFF has been simmering for years, with both leaders constantly trying to outdo each other in the public sphere. But this latest spat comes at a crucial time, with South Africa preparing to host one of the most important global summits, a moment that's meant to showcase unity and stability, not division and infighting. Political analysts say this incident reflects a deeper crisis in South African politics, one where personal egos and party rivalries often overshadow national interests. What's more concerning is that global figures like Trump are now becoming catalysts for domestic political chaos. The fact that a social media post from a former US president can spark such a volatile reaction shows just how fragile South Africa's political image is on the world stage. Kunene's attack wasn't just about defending the country. It was also a calculated political move. By distancing Malema from the official South African government, Kunene was sending a clear message to international observers: don't confuse radical opposition politics with the actual state leadership. But at the same time, he also took the opportunity to humiliate a rival and draw attention to his own political profile, something Kunene, a former reality TV star turned politician, is no stranger to doing. It's important to note that Kunene himself is no stranger to controversy. Over the years, he's made headlines for everything from his lavish lifestyle to his sharp tongue. He's a political wild card who thrives on confrontation, and his attack on Malema fits perfectly into that persona. But this time, his words aren't just fueling a local feud, they're shaping how the world sees South Africa. So where does this leave us? With the G20 summit just months away, South Africa needs to be projecting strength, unity, and leadership. Instead, the world is seeing petty political squabbles, Twitter wars, and growing concerns about land reform and racial tensions. Whether or not Trump actually attends the summit remains to be seen, but his post has already achieved one thing: it's exposed just how fragile the political discourse in South Africa really is. This incident also raises a serious question: who gets to speak for South Africa on the global stage? While Kunene insists that Malema doesn't represent the government, the reality is more complex. The EFF may not be in power, but it holds significant influence. Malema's voice carries weight, not just domestically, but internationally. And whether people agree with him or not, his rhetoric shapes perceptions of South Africa in the eyes of the world. As the country prepares to host leaders from across the globe, the hope is that these internal political battles don't overshadow the bigger picture. South Africa has a lot to offer, from economic potential to diplomatic leadership. But if the country continues to be distracted by internal drama and personal vendettas, that potential could be undermined. For now, all eyes are on Malema. Will he respond? Will he escalate the feud? And how will the ANC-led government navigate this delicate situation ahead of the G20? One thing's for sure, the road to November is going to be bumpy, and this is just the beginning. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of Kenny Kunene's remarks? Do you believe Donald Trump's comments are fair or just fearmongering? We want to hear from you. See you next time.